This is how running a new business usually goes. You're filled with an insane feeling of optimism, followed by a deep love for what you've built. And then unfortunately, you hit a wall of problems that you decide is too thick to break through. And that's where most people quit. Because at first, the perks of having your own business seem very glorious. You're your own boss, you have people working for you, you have say over what goes and what doesn't, you don't have people hovering over you, you basically have unlimited earning potential because that's usually based on the amount of work that you put in. But that wall that I mentioned earlier is one of the biggest reasons that people fail within their first year. I am a prime example of that, but I feel like the wall that I'm talking about isn't spoken about much, especially when it comes to being a business owner, and neither are some of the problems that you face. For one, as soon as you start, the first time that business consumes you is all you think about. Like the waitress at Olive Garden that you know you can't get with, you will be putting anywhere from 12 to 18-hour days, not because you plan to, but because it's what's consuming you and you feel the need to continue to do so. And usually you have no issues doing that because it's your business after all. Who else is gonna take care of it? But after a month or two, you start to realize that if your relationships aren't directly tied to your business, they start to deteriorate. You have less time to take care of yourself when you start. You miss gym days sometimes. You miss your haircuts. You don't have much time to go to Olive Garden to see that waitress, let alone cook for yourself. But this is the new normal, especially when you start, because that sacrifice that you're making now will probably become exactly what you're expecting in the future. And the way I'm describing everything here usually applies to people in their early 20s, maybe in their late teens, that might not have kids, that might not have a significant other, that might not have other responsibilities, that might not have rent over their head. But at the end of the day, you have to learn to say no to a lot of these things. Plus, if you're really serious about it, eventually you'll learn to just delegate certain tasks that you don't want to do that take up too much of your time. But my main point here is to talk about that wall that I mentioned earlier. You have to remember that this is exactly what you signed up for. The job of a new business owner is literally to solve as many problems as possible, and then to learn from them and put systems in place so one, they either don't come up anymore, or two, someone else is handling it. And when most people realize that when they do get to that wall, it might take some time to actually break through it. This is what the chart would look like if starting a business was the stock market. It would go like this, like this, like this, okay? And then up again, and then boom, you find that fucking wall. And at that point, you have to buy the dip. The thought of that wall might fully stop you from thinking about the future. Just like post-nut clarity. The desire is gone, and because of that, the business will see the consequences of a non-present owner or an unmotivated owner. And I really don't feel like I have to explain how the rest of it goes. It kind of seems self-explanatory. But if you do want to see how I made that mistake, lost $10,000 on my first business at 18 years old, click the video link in the description or the one that's popping up on the screen right now. Here's another video about how I started my new retail business in New York City. So if you want to get more information on that, go ahead and click there.